Welcome to Joyous Storytime, little readers. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Let's open the pages and let the adventure begin. God the Father and the Best Day Ever by Gracie Jagla. You've heard Easter's story. You know how it goes. Christ died for our sins, and on Easter he rose. But there's more to the story that you might not know. What happened above when God triumphed below? To understand that, we must go to the start, when God formed creation, his grand work of art. At time's first beginning, God made us a home, where we could be with him and happily roam. But when we first sinned, heaven's strong gates grew shut. Nobody could open them, no matter what. For many long years, people just had to wait, but God had a plan to reopen the gate. He looked on his people and promised with love, I'll join you below, then you'll join me above. He sent his son down, the first cold Christmas day. Later, his death washed our sins away. And on the first Easter, all gone was the gloom, for Jesus had conquered the dark, dreary tomb. Remember, for so long the gates were closed. Well, all of that changed just the second Christ rose. He opened those overgrown gates with a thrust. His heart was so joyful he thought it might bust. Now that the gates had been opened so wide, people could come and fill up the inside. And flood in they did, saints from all through the years, with smiling and cheering and even some tears. Some sang, others danced, and they twirled all about between hugging and laughing and heavenly shouts. A place once deserted was now filled with noise, with the sound of each saintly and angelic voice. Then God bent down low, and with tender embrace kissed every head and each smiling face. These children he loved and had missed for so long were now his forever, to him they belonged. This party is heaven, continues today. The joy of God's love will not fade away. And you can go too, if you share in his love. Join with the saints up in heaven above. Since Jesus rose up and reopened the gates, the promise of paradise for us awaits. That's why we love Easter, since thanks to this day, we can see God in heaven forever to stay. Thank you, little readers, for joining me today on Joyous Storytime. I hope you had as much fun listening to the story as I did reading it to you. Until next time, happy reading!